Like the Ripper.
Yeah, do you think it was?
He was definitely murdered, man. Definitely, bro. Definitely, bro. He was too righteous. He was too right. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to say. When you become a leader, they come after you, bro. That's why I don't want to be a leader. Or if I'm gonna lead, I'm gonna let me lead myself, and I don't want to be a leader to my community. And my community learn and lead themselves as well. So they're gonna come down and silence me. Definitely got killed, bro. Definitely, he was healthy, bro. He was healthy. Vegan and that. He was going anywhere and everywhere to try exotic fruits, and that he was a healthy guy, bro. Like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Like, yeah, obviously, like, you're known as a comedian.
Yeah, stand-up comedian mainly.
Like, what got you into it?
Obviously
you're not into team sports.
Nah, no. Teen sports. You say team sports? I would say, whoa, bro.
Yeah.
Easy, definitely not into that. No, basically, obviously, with every comedian, I think with every genuine comedian or any good comedian out there, they've always got a trouble past in it or something that makes them different. I feel like, and I think my different is, troubled upbringing, broken home. So it was like I was always trying to mask my emotions. Do you know what I'm saying? Or like my fears and that. So I would always hide it. I was always hiding that, and the way I hid it was to make people laugh. So I'd make jokes, and I'd always be laughing, and they'd always be laughing. Do you know what I'm saying? But no one, like people, and I remember people used to think like, "Wow, this guy's, you're always happy." Like I remember one of my mates guys, "Well, you're always happy." Like I wish I was like you, fam. And they had no idea that actually I'm never happy. Like I'm always crying, or the home is difficult. It's hard to live, and I remember just going college. I think I was in college, and one of my teachers saying to me, Abs, you're always making jokes. Like, is everything all right at home? It's the first time someone had genuinely asked me that question, like, is there anything wrong at home? And I remember being like, no, I'm good. And she was like, yeah, because I feel like you're using like the jokes as like some sort of defense mechanism, so no one can see what's really going on. And I remember just breaking down there when she said that to me, because I'm like, shit, all these years I managed to disguise it so well, no one's ever noticed, like, and now people know about this, like my pain or whatever. So it was like, I don't know, it was just from that, I don't know, it just kind of, I'm not sure how I felt then, but I remember like the family at the time, like my friend's family would always be like, yo, you gotta do comedy, you're so funny, you gotta do comedy, you gotta try it, just try it. Because I'm making jokes to them, obviously masking my pain, but not realising that actually people are enjoying this. People are finding pleasure from, although I got pain, but I've also found a way to channel this negative energy into something positive. And then yeah, so I ended up setting up a Facebook page going, yo, should Abs be a comedian? And the majority was yes. Everyone was like, yes. I remember one guy was like, yeah, because you're a joke. Or some shit. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you, the reason why I tell you that, it's going to pop up later on. Anyways, so everyone's like, yeah, you got to do it. I'm like, Bunny, I'll do it. I remember setting up, a friend of mine found me a venue that was doing like an open mic night. It was in Ladbroke Grove, in on the green, right? And I'm setting up my material on like a notepad with my friends. And we're planning out the jokes. And I think of 10 jokes, write it down, get it planned up, whatever. And then the next day I go out there with like 5 of my friends, go to Ladbroke Grove, and I'm on stage and I'm shaking. I'm shaking, bro. There's probably about 50 people in there that I don't know, right? And then I'm shaking. And I remember my hands was like this, I'm holding the mic. First joke I said, everyone's laughing. I'm like, boom. I'm still terrified. One of my friends decides to heckle me, no idea why. To this day, don't know. We're not friends anymore, but whatever. Decides to boo me or something, right? And I end up destroying him. Just jump on him and destroy him, right? Everyone's laughing. And I carry on doing the show, finish the show, put the mic back on. I'm shaking so much, I dropped the mic. Again, my face is shaking, my cheeks are like, it's crazy. And I got this adrenaline, like, oh man, that was crazy. That was the maddest thing ever. Like, I absolutely killed it. My first show, this is crazy.
That's right.
And yeah, it was mad. And they said to me, yo, you gotta come back again. Came back again. Must have brought my sister, the one that you guys know. I brought her along, which is a crazy mistake. But anyways, I brought her along to the second show. I got these jokes. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do these jokes again. I'll be good, innit? So I remember taking like 2 shots, like Courvoisier or Hennessy or something. Taking 2 shots, which never do that in your life, right? I took 2 shots, and you're nervous. I took 2 shots, gone up on stage, and the shots have hit me because I'm like terrified already. So I'm holding the mic down here, like the mic's over here, and I'm speaking, and no one can hear me. And I don't know that if you don't hold the mic up, nobody can hear you in the room, innit? You know what I'm saying? You have to have the mic next to your mouth. So I'm holding it there, I'm saying my stuff, and I can see my sister just looking at me, giving me like a dumb face, like just looking at me. That's all I could see. I was like, I am proper bombing, like this is nuts. Like no one's laughing. I even say my best joke, no one laughs, and I just look down, and one of my friends is like, lift the mic up, lift the mic up. I was like, ah. She's like, you know what, guys, fuck you lot. Mike understand. Walked off. Didn't do comedy for like 2-3 years. Left it. Then I was living in the hostel. People were like, yo, you got to do comedy. So they set me up for like a comedy club in Angel.
How old were you?
When I first did the first show, I was 17. Then the second show I was still 17. That same year. And then the show after like 3 years or whatever, I was like 19, 2-3 years. I think I was 19. Did the show in Camden, killed it. It was amazing. Came off stage, just kind of went back to my normal life, like working or whatever. I didn't really take comedy serious. And then I went through like a breakup. And with the breakup, I decided to do that. I was like, yo, I got to do this because I feel like I'm not being a comedian. You know, my life is so great with this person. It's so perfect. I'm happy with a 9 to 5. It's not where I want to be. I want to be a comedian. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't have to keep, when I lose a job or whatever, I'm worrying where the next money's coming from. I want to do something I love doing. So I came out of a relationship to see what I didn't have, which was the comedy. And I started chasing that. And I just went after it. And at those times, I'm like...
This is early 20s, yeah?
Yeah, this is like 22, 23. Came out of the relationship 23, I think it was. And then I started just chasing this comedy dream that I had. Chasing, doing loads of shows. But these are all like white shows, mainstream shows, isn't it? English people, like, you know. And I felt like it was just getting slow. There was no money coming in. I'm killing these shows. There's no money coming. And
so
I ended up...
Around the country or just in London?
Just around London. This one was just around London. And I was just doing loads of shows, but it just felt like I wasn't going anywhere. Right? And then I got invited...
What kind of comedy was it? So obviously...
This is observational. So I'm just... It's about stuff I see. I'll talk about pubic hair and... I feel like I'll be dead serious with you guys on that. Like, you know when you like have a flat share or something and you share the bathroom with like other people you don't know. It's your turn to have a shower. You go in there, what did you see? You see like a curly hair. It's like curly like that. You know it's not eyebrow hair because it's curly. Your eyebrows are not curly. You know that can only be one type of hair. It's pubic hair. So then you have to get the shower head. These are my early jokes. You have to get the shower head and you got to chase. You got to chase that pubic hair to the drain, bro. And then there was like a spin-off to that was like, oh, you know, you're eating a sandwich and that. You bite into it and you open it and you see a curly hair. You know that's not eyebrow hair. You know what type of hair that is in your sandwich. I can never eat a sandwich again. I'm traumatized. And it was jokes like that. It was like early jokes, you know. And these witnesses loved it, man. They absolutely loved it. And I was doing competitions.
How does that differ to a black show?
To be honest with you, it doesn't really, you know. I could say that same joke in the black show. But what it was that with the black community, at that time, they're giving me more money, bro. They're giving me more opportunities. I got seen at one show, killed it at this one show, this black show. First ever black show I did, majority black anyways. I don't like to say black shows because comedy is comedy, innit? I don't see an audience to go, oh, I can't do them, they're Asian. Nah, just go in there and just talk myself, innit? And if they like it, they like it. So I don't like to say black or white shows, but you know, this show was predominantly black people in there. And I did the show and I killed it. I remember I killed it and they were like, yo, we got to hook you up with this person. I got hooked up with this person, doing shows with them. And then another friend of mine that I met, he was like, yo, I'm a sick DJ, like, you know, I got a name out there. How about I put you through to this comedy club in Streatham? They love you there. Put me through to them. I'm doing 3 shows for like a year. For a whole year, I'm doing 3 shows, doing comedy Monday to Sunday. Because I had this bar that I went to that I found out through someone else. And they weren't doing so well for drinks, for business. They were a beautiful bar, but they weren't doing well. It was in Herne Hill. It was black owned as well, so that's probably why they weren't doing so well. But Didi's bar. There's a little small bar. I had every drink you can think of in the world. It was in that bar. Yeah. And they allowed us to do comedy. They allowed us to do whatever we wanted to do in there because they needed the money. So I would do comedy there Monday to Sunday. I'd do it every day, trying to find out who I am on stage. Do you know what I'm saying? And I managed to find myself. I found who I was. I'm just a real motherfucker. Like, it's just a guy that goes on stage, just says it exactly how it is. And sometimes it comes out, most times it comes out quite raw, but it's relatable. I speak the truth. I realize the truth is the funniest. You know, when you can say something on stage and there's people in the audience that can relate to it, it's more jokes. You know what I'm saying? You're like, man, I know that shit. Oh. Or if you can't relate to it, you can picture it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not too far off, like. So I did that, and then they started paying me. They started paying me. I'd get small money, you know, like £35 here, £35 there. I did an all Somalian show once, all Malis. And I actually got that booking because they thought I was Mali. Right? And I didn't correct him because I wanted the booking. So I just thought, fuck it, I just hold it down. And it was in like Shepherd's Bush, some shisha place, some backdoor shisha place, massive tents. And I'm in there, and I remember walking in with my Jamaican friends from work, who come from work, and brought them with me. And I haven't told them anything either. I just said, you're not coming with me. Came with me. And they walk in and they're speaking, what's the language? Somali? Is that what you say? Yeah, they're speaking Somali, and I'm like, oh shit. They probably expect me to speak Somali as well. I thought it was just I could speak English and I'd get away with this. And my friends were like, yo, should we just duck? And I was like, nah, I don't want to lose the money. Just try and figure this one out. So I ended up speaking to the promoter, and he's like, nah, you're good, man, you're good. Like, you speak English, they'll understand you. So I'm like, oh, wicked. Go on stage, end up killing it. Right, they love it, absolutely love it. I loved it, they loved it. And that's like a different audience, and I'm getting this little £35 money, like, I'm like, £35 for like 10 minutes, yes? And I'm thinking, that's sick then. I'm like, that's sick, 35 for 10 minutes. That's bad, I'm gonna kill this. And then my money, I realized you can start bringing your money up, you start bringing your fees up. I'm doing 2 shows in a day. So then I'm getting like, what, £50? So it started becoming £50, you know, for 10 minutes. I'm like, what, £50? This is sick. Like, I'm still, can't believe it, right? And I'm growing and growing. And then I'm doing these shows where it's like 2,000 people in the, like 2,000 people venue, like it's O2 Indigo. I've done that venue there about 8 times, I think, right? I love that place. And these are black owned promoters or black owned businesses that are like booking me for these shows. And they're putting money in my pocket. And now I'm at a rate where I'm getting 2 to 250 for 10 minutes, bro. That's 10 minutes money. Like, I'm like, that is insane. Like, and I love doing this. You know, I've had my fair share of arguments or whatever in comedy and fallouts with certain comedians or whatever. But at the same time, I mean, that comes with its territory. Like, that's work, innit? But I actually love it.
Is it?
Like, I love it.
How's the scene like then? Is it?
Man, it's popping. You know, with social media as well, I don't feel like there's any boundaries. Like, you see, like back in the days, for a black comedian to get onto like, Live at Apollo or something, it was like you get one for the whole time. You get one at a time. You move the next one out of the way, then it's the next one on. There's no way there's 3-4 comedians on one show, 3-4 black comedians on one comedy show. It's never gonna happen. Like that's how it was back in the days. Comedy was very middle class in the UK. Very middle class white man comedy. That's what it was. Women as well, I really get it's quite tough for them as well, I can't lie. And for black women it's even harder, like. But definitely a struggle. Now it's like build your own platform, get your own following, and they'll shout you because they want you to bring that to their channel or to their station network or whatever. Yeah, so it's like you can build your own now. So there is no boundaries. Definitely, like I'd say it's a lot more. It's a lot better for us anyways. But I wouldn't say it's easy. It's definitely not easy. Just because a man calls himself a comedian on his Instagram, you don't mean he's a comedian. Like a lot of these guys here are like sketch artists or whatever, and they just edit, record. All that. When you're on stage as a stand-up comedian, there's no time to edit and record, bro. If man messes up, I just fucked up. I've been booed off stage, bro. Yeah, I got booed off stage. I'll tell you my first booing. My first booing was, alright, so it's 3 of them. But one of them don't really count. It's more of a challenge. But the first one was Shepherd's Bush Empire. It was a Jamaica versus
Somali.
England or something, I think it was. No. I've never. That's too small, bro. It's not even. I can't even represent for them. So it's Jamaica versus England. A lot of them are Jamaica versus something or Caribbean versus something because it is the Caribbean people that own.
I've seen
that.
clashes.
But it's great shows. They're amazing shows. There's been one in Africa. I've won a few times for Africa. Yeah, crazy. There's videos on there as well available. Me roasting people and that. But yeah, it's
so you definitely prefer doing the
I love
live.
I love the stand up more. Stand up way more. 100%. Stand up is like you get to connect with the audience. Do you know what I'm saying? That you come with a set, prepared, written, whatever. You perform it. They laugh in a way that just makes you feel like, wow, they really felt that joke. Do you know what I'm saying? And when you see that moment, it's now like an opening for you to talk to them personally, on a personal level. Like, yo, where are you from? Before you know it, you're making jokes about them, and you're making jokes about them, and you're making jokes about yourself to make them feel comfortable about the jokes about them. Do you know what I'm saying? There's this whole like vibe. I don't know what it is. Like when I come off stage, I'm like, fuck, that was amazing. that was my high. That's a high. Like when you come off stage and you know people are laughing, and it feels even better when you know like someone that's gone through similar situations to you growing up, whatever, your problems, whatever. They're in that audience now and they're being given a break and they're just laughing. They're just enjoying themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I did that shit, man. I did that shit. Like I made them laugh. That's wicked. And you got, oh man, bro, I wouldn't change it for the world, bro. Like if someone said you can have 10 million or something, or you can just carry on being a comedian and see how it works out, bro, I'll take that comedy thing, man. I'll take that 10 million as well. Just get stabbed up now. I'm joking.
Did you always want to be a comedian? Like,
yeah, since I was
big part of your character looks like you want to please people.
No, I wouldn't say please. You know what?
Or make people happy.
I like people happy around me. Do you know what it is? Because I grew up most of my life crying because of the family pain that we was going through. This stress that I was dealing with. I didn't want to bring that to anyone because that stuff is very contagious. You know, when you're feeling negative or you're feeling down, that spreads. As much as you want to keep it to yourself, it comes off your whole body language. Like if you're a bubbly person 1 minute and now you're quiet, people can sense that because they're expecting you to be that bubbly person. When you're quiet, it's like, what's wrong, Abs? You're right. No, I'm good. You're just kind of spreading that, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to spread no like depression or whatever. I want to just make people laugh. And if people are happy around me, that means I'm happy as well. Do you know what I'm saying? All my memories now with my friends, all our good memories are of us laughing like crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the other day we played a game called Mafia, right? I don't know if you guys know about this game. It's the most childish game ever. But we laughed so hard on that day that it was like, it became a memory. Do you know what I'm saying? It became a good memory now. It's like one of those days, we can talk about that in a couple years down the line because it was so funny. It's like we laughed so much. It's like, I don't know, laughing, it's definitely the sort of form of medication, like for, you know, depression or stress, fam. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I love it. I love it, man. I wouldn't change it.
Like you sound like a deep person. Yeah, like are you spiritual?
No, I'm not. You know.
No.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what? Oh my days. The first person to ever say that to me. No, I'm not. I'm not spiritual at all. Do you know what though? What I believe in is do good for people and good will happen to you, but naturally. Not do it because you want it to happen. Just do good. Just do good, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Man, see a wallet or something, just hand that bitch in, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know how good it feels like? It's kind of, yo, this just helping someone out or help someone cross the road or you want some help with your shopping. These are simple acts of kindness that take nothing. They don't take no work or energy or anything like that. Just simple things. It just makes you feel good, you know. Like I feel good helping people out. And I feel good fighting as well. And I feel good doing comedy, bro. And so I just do all these things that I love doing. I feel good doing. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not a deep person at all. I might sound deep. I'm trying to hear myself now. Like I might sound deep, but yeah, don't fall for that shit, bro. I'm just like, I just know.
So what made you this way? Like
life, innit, bro? Do you know what? Yeah, because nothing went the way I thought it was meant to go. Do you know what I'm saying? So all my friends or whatever, like, you know, they have these. And to be honest, I was wrong as well, but what I would think is that they have these happy lives. They got these happy families, you know what I'm saying? Mum, dad, everyone's there, everyone's happy, brothers, sisters, everyone's having a good time. You know, everyone's laughing, family's there. That's what I was always seeing, but I never saw in my own. Do you know what I'm saying? So I just kind of felt like there was something missing. But actually, what I didn't know was a lot of my friends were going through shit as well. They just hid it really well. It's just our stuff just happened to come out. you know, to the world.
So
But
did that play a part in your comedy being just just
real shit, yeah, bro. And soon I'm gonna figure out how to talk about the family stuff in the comedy. I mean, I'm doing it in bits already, but yeah, 100%. Like, and that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't change any of it. I wouldn't change now. Looking back, I wouldn't change any of it. Like all that stress and tears and fear that I had to live with as a child, I wouldn't change any of that. Knowing where I'm at now, I wouldn't change it now. Like when I was young, yeah, I prayed to God all the time for my family to be fixed. I never prayed for myself. I never prayed for money or car. I prayed for my family to be fixed, for it to be normal, because I thought normal was, you know, the things I saw on the street. But you know, right now I look at it and actually I love comedy and I love where I'm at now. And yeah, it's not, I ain't got Mercedes Benz or whatever and that, but that's not what's gonna make me happy, bro. Because they're still going to stop me, my Mercedes Benz. You get me? So, it don't matter, fam. That's not it. I've realised as I've got older, I've got different goals.
Obviously, it's been different through the pandemic. So, how do you think obviously you've been busy with the fight as well. So, how do you think your comedy's kind of changed, or what have you had to do?
Oh, yeah. It's definitely got a lot more real, boy.
Megaphones, microphones.
Do you know what? I just feel like my comedy's changed to a man, to like a grown man, I don't know how to say it, but it's before it was a lot more jokey and truthful still, but it was like the fun truth. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like now I've seen some stuff that it's just like I'm looking at my comedy now, and if let's say like if you're a police officer in the audience, you'd probably walk out. But you know what I'm saying? Like if you're like the face of injustice, or like if you're behind that movement and you're in my audience, you probably won't want to watch it. Because I've got more knowledge. I built like I'm still humorous and it's still funny, but it's just you know it's mad. I don't know. It's mad. Shit's changed, isn't it? Shit's changed. So the comedies had to change as well.
I feel like talking on stage like helped.
Yeah.
Depression in a sense, like it's like a psychiatrist.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like the audience is my psychiatrist, bro, and they're just listening. They're just listening to what I gotta say. Like 100%, it's helped me out, because I would have just kept that shit in and held it in until I don't know what would happen. Maybe suicide. I've had those thoughts. These are things I probably don't talk about, but I've had those suicidal thoughts and that. Do you know what I'm saying? To say like, oh, I'm just gonna end it. It's maybe easier to just end it than to have to go through this. But I look at it now, and I'm on stage and I'm talking to people, and there's people in the audience that are going through the same shit as me. I didn't know that at the time. I thought I was the only man going through this, only kid going through this. Sorry, but when I'm in the audience and I'm talking, a person doesn't have to go up and put their hands up and say, "Yo, I know what you mean. I've gone through that." In their heart, they know, well, like I've gone through that same shit, and this person's got out of it like this. And do you know what I'm saying? There's just, it kind of spreads a positive image, and like on the sly, without me doing it on purpose. It's like, you know, I just talk the truth, and there's people there that relate to it. So that's why I just feel like I have to talk the truth on stage, because I never know who's out there, like, and who's struggling, who's going through the same shit, and they might just need to hear man say it. So
have you suffered any like depression?
Yeah, of course, man. I just don't tell the doctors. You know, I almost did it, but they put it on your file, bro. They just put it on your file, and then one day when I'm a celeb or some shit, they're just gonna bring it out. This guy's got mental health issues. That's what I was afraid to go through, is being ridiculed, because at one point in my life I was sick. But that just sticks in your file forever. Like that. Why would you want to go and speak to a doctor? And plus, why do you want to talk to a white person about pain that's coming? Like, this is black pain that man's going through. Like, this is a black person's pain. I can't talk to a white person. They're not going to understand. They're just going to show man sympathy or pity or whatever. I don't want none of that. I don't want them sort of feelings. I want someone that understands that. Yeah, but I get it. Get what you're going through. Like if I say, oh, I'm being harassed by the police, I need to be like, oh, I want you to be like, fuck this, you know, do what you got. Like, you get it. Yeah, I get that. I used to get the same shit as well, man. You know, if I heard a therapist say it to me, I'd be like, whoa, I could open up to this therapist, you know. But if I'm getting like, oh, well, how does that make you feel when the police stop you? Well, dude, don't you know, bitch? Like, obviously, they don't know, innit? That's what I'm saying. It's just like, it's a lot harder to open up to people that are just not in the same places, man. So,
yeah,
on stage, it's a lot easier.
Opening up to an audience is a lot
easier, yeah. I feel like they come for this. They come to hear someone's truth.
So do you ever get nervous before going on stage?
Nah, not anymore, you know. Not anymore. I'm anxious, bro. Like, I can't wait to get on stage. Can't wait. and this happened like probably when like the payments came in like £50 or £100 whatever, I was still nervous until I got on, and then I'd kill it and then come off and then enjoy it, whatever. Now it's like I can't wait to go on. I can't wait for them to hear me. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I know they're listening. When they're back in the days when I was doing comedy, when they go silent, I'm like, oh man, am I bombing? Why are they so silent for? But they were listening. Do you know what I'm saying? They're listening to me. They're waiting for me to say what I gotta say. They're listening. I've got their attention, like, and so it's actually more. It's really like a beautiful thing to have that, to have these people like waiting and listening.
It's your therapy. So
yeah, 100%.
That's for your listeners. That's gonna take you to the next to the next level.
Oh man,
a lot of people. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing it for, but you'd still get nervous to like perform.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it now. And then when I come off, it's like I want to run out back on the stage and be like, oh man, thank you everyone so much. I want to be on there with tears in my eyes going, thank you everyone. You know, made me feel so loved and that. But I can't. I just got cool, yeah. With the mic off, just go backstage and that, and just gas it off on my own, bro. Just, shit, I do whatever with it. Or go out, run a zoot, and just like watch the replay of the video, like. And it's not even what I'm saying; it's just the audience reaction that gets me. I'm like, man, they're loving this. They're loving it. It's definitely a great feeling.
Who's your inspiration in comedy?
Alive, Dave Chappelle. Hopefully you don't see that style in my comedy because I grew up in him as well. But Dave Chappelle, Alive, obviously Richard Pryor passed away. They're my two. And then in the UK, I mean, it's not even that it's in, you know, but those two are my two my greats that I've looked, I've watched, and I've seen all their styles, and I've seen many other comedians. But also, Slim Comedian is a UK comedian from Brixton. Slim, hilarious man, funny guy. Another guy called Junior Booker. I don't know if you guys know about him, funny guy as well. Dane Baptiste.
Yeah.
Frankie Boyle. Yeah, Dane Baptiste. Yeah, he's oh man. Frankie Boyle. I think that's it. And then there's some guy called Abs the Truth.
Yeah.
You know when you get love from the audience?
Yeah.
Do you also get that hate from the comedians?
I did have one comedian. I'm not gonna say his name. I did have one comedian. I did a show for him, and the show I killed the set, bro. When I say I killed the set, like it was crazy. Where like I'm having people like when I'm going, yo, what's my time? People are like, no, like making noise for me to stay on. And I'm like, that is nuts. I'm here just as like an open act, really. Do you know what I'm saying? And come off stage. And the love was intense, like it was mental. Everyone, literally everyone was going crazy for man. Pictures everywhere, left, right, and centre. It's a great feeling. And at that, this comedian was doing like a tour by tour, like different dates or whatever, like different cities. And at the end of each city, he'll take a picture, a group photo with the comedians, and then tag them, put them on his page so that people can find them, innit? With this one, yeah, he took the photo, yeah, he didn't put the picture up. And I was like, and I knew that it was a block to stop me from followers shouting, man. Do you know what I'm saying? And then he just never shouted me again for a show. He never shouted me again. And then I had people on Twitter and that, and on Instagram and that going, yo, you should have got longer, man. You should have been the main act. Like, you should have been the main act. That's kind of hurtful to see that. As like that's your show, and someone saying you shouldn't have been the main actor, you should have been this opening guy that should have run the show. It's like that might get you in it to some people, and this comedian was obviously not happy with that, and he shut me out in it, which was fine, didn't bother me. But I have had like, you know, back and forth with certain comedians and people not paying me or whatever. But there's no, you shouldn't have hate. Like when I see a comedian smash it, that gasses me up to smash it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's a slight competition, but it's not a personal thing. It's just I want to do that. I want to shut it down like that as well. Like that's sick. Yes, bruv, you killed it. Yeah. I'm on that. You go on stage and when you kill it and you come off and both of you killed it, you're gonna be getting high that night, bro. Yeah. You're gonna be burning up, eating bare edibles, you're gonna be celebrating because it's a good vibe. I don't wish badness on no comedian. But when I say that, when the comedian does flop, yeah, woo. It does make me smile a little bit, right? And I'll tell you why. It's because I know I'm gonna shut it down, right? And because they fucked up, I now look like Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, even though Kevin Hart's not my favorite, I'm looking like a star, like this. What? This guy was crazy funny. Like, I've had comedians bomb, and I'm looking at my friends like, I'm gonna kill this show, innit? And I go out there and I kill it. And I know that, I mean, they're enjoying it anyways, but because the person before bombed and they really want to see some comedy now, they're fully appreciating me. And I'll come off stage, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, big up to that person that flopped. Like, because it popped for me, man. It popped. Obviously, I don't wish them badness ever. I don't wish a comedian to flop on stage. But if you do flop, I've flopped, and I made a comedian look super good. Do you know what I'm saying? For me flopping, and he had every right to do that because I flopped. It was my own fault. I got booed off stage. You know, you won that. Like, and he ran with it. He destroyed me.
What's been the toughest crowds?
Yeah, so alright. So I was meant to tell you that time I got booed. This was the toughest crowd ever. You know Hideaway in Streatham? It's like a jazz cafe. It's not a nice jazz cafe. And they do comedy nights on Sundays there, yeah. And it's 2 rooms, one room's 250, other room's about 150. Gets packed. Popular place amongst like the black community. It's very popular. I got booked for a show there. I'm doing it in a smaller room. I'm wearing this I'm wearing like a t-shirt and some jeans or whatever. And I'm on stage and I'm performing and everyone's laughing. First 5 minutes, everyone's laughing, killing it. Then I forget the rest of the set because I'm enjoying it as well with the laughter and I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. It's so overwhelming. Forget the set. So I tried to go back to the first joke I performed, but they know, right?
Clocked it.
They know. So then people stop laughing. It just gets quiet and that. And then what happened? So then I carry on trying, doesn't work. Oh yeah, so they were meant to get into the venue for £2, right? Before 7:30, £2. The venue did whatever they did, and the doors open at 7:30, right? So everyone has to now pay £12, right? So people were pissed, and it was raining as well. So people were pissed, and it was raining. They find whatever, they've come in. I'm on stage like a fucking idiot, here going, you know what? I'm not even a comedian, bruv. I just done this to get in there for free. You lot all paid £12 and that. You thought it was gonna be 2. You lot are pissed, and they're getting mad. They're getting mad, innit? And I go, alright, chill out. Alright, who eats pork though? Yeah, and I remember this Dunny, I think he's Muslim. He's looking at me and he's like, he's gonna smash my face in if I carry on talking. Like looking at me, and he's looked at me, and I'm just like, and I remember going, oh shit, I think we started SMS again. You remember SMS, South Muslim Soldiers? Yeah, a little crew back in the day. I was like, I think we started SMS again. And then the boos started coming in. Boo, boo, and shit, boo over there, boo, boo. It's getting crazier. And I'm like thinking, when is the host coming to take this mic from me? Like, I need to get off stage. And then I carry on dissing some more of the audience. There's no reason whatsoever, yeah. Just start gunning them some more. I was like, you know what? You lot is never getting your money back. Yeah. She's not necessary at all. Anyways, the DJ starts scratching me off because I'm just ruining the night right now. It could turn into a fight, basically, a shitstorm. So I'm just like, he's like trying to scratch me off, and I'm looking like, where's the host, fam? I need to get off the stage. Like this is the worst burning ever. Everyone is now booing me in the venue. Everyone, right? Where it's close enough they can throw chairs at me, and I'm like, and then the host comes. It's like slowly grabs the mic out of my hand or something. I'm like, here, give it to him. I go outside here. And at that week, I was doing like a comedy show, my own little comedy show. So I came down with flyers to hand out. So I'm like, yo, I came with flyers. I'm handing them out anyways. Do you know, if you didn't bang it, didn't bang it. If they don't want it, they won't take it. So I'm standing at the front with security, as you do. Standing at the front with security, and people are coming out for the interval and that. And I start giving out these flyers. And, you know, like maybe like 2 or 3 get taken, right? From these 250 flyers I got. And one of them, woman takes it, scrunches it up, stuffs it back in my pocket, and then walks off. And I'm there like, I want to fly kick this bitch. I'm like, you know, you want to, but you can't. You're like, bro, this is a part of like the learning.
So they disliked it. The whole thing. But
no, they loved the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But then it's when I lost it and now I'm reminding them
We still took the chance to go stand out there and actually.
Yeah, you have to, bro. Some people laugh. Someone laughed. I want that person that laughed. I didn't have a group come out and go, yo, we was laughing, you know. And I was like, yeah, I never heard you guys. Where was you, in the toilet? Fuck off. Listen, just take the flyer and come back. Anyways, and so it didn't work. Yeah, it was a bad idea. Anyways, the flyer business was a bad idea as well. That show that I did that week flopped as well. But that night, I stayed up till 7 a.m. That night I got booed. I stayed up till 7 a.m. sorting out my set, going, where did I go wrong? How can I avoid this from happening, whatever? And in that time, I thought of a joke that to this day is still one of my famous jokes, like, and it always bangs, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I learned a lot, like, do you know what I'm saying? I had to learn. It was definitely a learn. And even to this day, like, I did one of my own specials like last year. Yeah. And on the same day, I had a wicked booking and I flopped my special, fam, because I was like going through depression at the time. And I shouldn't have done the show, but I did. It's all a part of the process. I'm happy it happens now. It happens later on because I won't be able to handle it. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, how, like, if I'm at some 10,000 venue, whatever, and I'm getting booed off stage and that, it'll probably be the end of my comedy career. You know what I'm saying? But
you've been doing it for a long time now, anyway. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, it's all about the lessons from the beginning. Yeah. That's what make man better at doing it. Do you know what I'm saying? So now I'm not nervous anymore when I go on stage. Before I was terrified, but over time.
What's the dream like? What would be? Like, what's your goals?
To probably be an activist for comedy, man.
Yeah.
To mix the two together, like, and yeah, really find some sort of change within. If I could make some sort of change, that'd be crazy. Or we could make some change, it'd be crazy. But before it was like getting the stadiums and that. Well, I ain't that no more, man. I don't really care about that. I just want to reach people, as much people as possible.
And you earlier you don't make a distinction between like white people and black people. You think there's so like, again, like, describe like what your comedy is and
it's
like
just
what you're trying to achieve.
I don't know. I don't want to put like a goal on it at the end of it, like on this, because I'm kind of living the goal. Like, I'm already living that dream of me doing comedy. Do you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be a comedian, and now I'm a comedian. So it's like, I just want to continue being a comedian at the same time continue fighting what I'm supposed to be fighting. Just kind of mix the two together, bro. That's the only thing I can think of. Like, I just want to continue reaching, like, go to different countries.
Has only been like I know you don't call yourself an activist, but like the activism part and the comedy part, like, is it like 50-50 now? Or has it only been like since 2015, or did you always have it in you?
I think I always had it
in your childhood.
Yeah, I think I always had it in me. Like, I always knew there was something wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? From young, with the legal system, I always knew there was something dodgy about it. Like, and probably wasn't aware of how to fight or how, like, you know, what to do next. But it's definitely been there, because when I do deal with police, you know, it's like I get really emotional. Like, it's not like crying or sad, it's like anger. Everything happens. It's like, wow, this is crazy. This feeling again, going through it again. It's like, maybe I'm supposed to be fighting it, so I don't have to feel that again. And with the comedy, it's like, the comedy is like a getaway. Not even a getaway, but it's kind of like reality with humor. You know what I'm saying? So if I can put, basically with the whole stop and searches and the racial profiling, that is my reality. So I'm putting that into my comedy with the humor. It's like I'm reaching more people with comedy and also with the fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a double. I don't know. I used to be after, like, wanting to do stadiums now, but I don't think that's there anymore.
I just feel like with the comedy now, you're just kind of like, it's not going to take a back seat, but it's...
Nah, the comedy is there. No, the comedy is there, bro. Don't worry about that. The comedy is there. It's definitely there. It's 100% there. I've been writing new stuff. Like,
that's like your number one passion.
I'm doing a police special as well, and I'm not sure how we're going to film. I might do the filming throughout the 3 weeks, or do it afterwards. But I'm writing at the moment this police special that I want to do about the UK policing, about, like, how crazy it is. I want to do that as well. I'm doing that. I'm also got 2 sketches that I'm going to be filming within these 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Because when that thing, it's with my friends, isn't it? But when that thing's finished, It's not going to be like I come out with nothing. It's going to be like, well, I've been doing this the whole time. You don't put your silence in me and that. Like I'm going to do nothing. No, I've been working. And this is what I'm going to show. This is what I have to show for. Like, this is what I've been doing. So there's no way, like, I even said to myself as well, you think I could ever come out of 3 weeks and have nothing to show for? Like, there's no fight or nothing. Nah, gee. There's going to be content. There's going to be a lot of content as well. So it just doesn't, I just don't see him as like lively as I used to be. And I actually noticed that myself. Like I used to be more, bust joke every second or whatever. But now it just seems a bit more serious.
Yeah, you've been for real. Like what you're doing, what you've been through. It's like it changes you. And I think obviously, like everyone has like a milestone in their lifetime. Yeah. So that's what I'm like trying to get down. Like before this, what would you say was your like previous kind of like? Yeah,
it was to do comedy, to do the stadiums, to do the massive stadiums, and
but also like when you were like growing up, like as a child.
Oh, I wanted to be. I wanted to be.
Like, what can you remember? Like the one moment that made you feel the same way is like kind of like what you're going through now, like with like. Just the injustice in the world, like, do you know what I mean? It's like,
our personal one was the one with our friend we were playing run-outs. That was the start, because you can say, you talk to any of my friends now about that experience, and they all remember it. We all remember it. It was because we used to play run-outs all the time. It was a massive it was a tradition that we all did after a place, and after school we'd play this game, and we played till like 9 or 10 until our parents came out for us. It was just a thing. And then that happened. And it's like, we all questioned our innocence. We all questioned us being kids. Like, wow, maybe we are criminals or some shit. You know? And we wasn't. And there's a lot of people in that group who are like very intelligent, and now they're doing big things with their lives. You know what I'm saying? But we all had to experience that. Like, that's from the police. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what changed me. And I saw that, and I said to myself, and I'm pretty sure from them like that age, I was saying fuck the police from there, bro. Because I saw it, innit? We all saw it, and to have like tools and weapons out, and to kids, it's like you're a coward.
To bring back like with your comedy, obviously you mentioned like your business earlier as well.
Yeah.
For, like Instagram.
Yeah.
And, like how's that been affected? Obviously at the moment.
Yeah. I can't do it. I mean, I'm doing the food thing still. Brought it back up, the food thing. The comedy thing obviously is I can't upload nothing up. Can't put anything up there. But the food thing is still going, but it's not going to be the best because I can't contact anyone through WhatsApp. I've lost all my contacts. So everything's like, it's like I have to start again. It feels like I'm starting again. But these things happen, man. Do you know what I'm saying? They happen, and every time you start again, you always come back stronger, innit? That's what you're supposed to do anyways. So when I had my videos, most of my YouTube videos deleted and that, I had to come back with better content. Do you know what I'm saying? I couldn't come back with the old stuff or trying to find the old stuff. Maybe the old stuff's meant to be gone. Maybe I'm meant to be advancing as a person. So I got to come back with better things. So now them silencing me on socials and whatever. I mean, yeah, you silenced me just in that tiny little aspect is there of you silencing me. But actually, I'm still working right now, and I'm still meeting with people, and I'm still reaching out and educating and doing whatever the hell I have to do. Yeah, I'm still doing that. So
how's your other? So you have other businesses as well, yeah?
Yeah, I got the food business, and I got the the comedy, isn't it? That's it.
Laughing Gas Entertainment.
Yeah. So Laughing Gas was meant to be an agency, right? And then the police thing happened, and then I made it into, because basically one of my mates had been he got like followed by police, unmarked car, followed him, and then eventually harassed him, innit? So that was before the protest thing. So I changed Laughing Gas into Police Plates UK, where it was me finding unmarked police cars on public. That was me. Unmarked police cars on public roads, and take a picture of them, put it on my page, and let people know that these people work in Lambeth. They're from Brixton Police Station. If you see that license plate, you're being followed by police, right? And it's perfectly legal to do that. And I had that page out. That's one of the things they mentioned as well in the interview. I had to change it to that because I had to change it to the times. I felt like, I can't do agency work right now, but man's getting tailed by unmarked police cars, fam. Like, we got a bigger problem here. Man's gonna do that instead. So I kind of changed the page because I wasn't feeling the agency work then. I wasn't really believing it at the time. I'm like, I got another problem to fight right now. Let me just change this to Police Plates UK, and that's what it's gonna be. And then I changed that, I had to change it to Abs Truth 1 to my backup account because I had a feeling they were going to cut down my other account. But then I found out that I can't use any of them, so it is the longest cycle ever. I mean, the food thing, I can't put no pictures up, updating people what it looks like. I'm doing a new menu on Saturday, which is going to be crazy meal, crazy like platter box. I can't put it out to let other people know what's going on. It's only to my friends, limited to my friends. So
you said you were a foodie earlier, so so do you make barbecue food?
Yeah. So for this one, for example, when we're doing a box, it's a platter box. Don't watch my iPhone. It's why the Fed's got my other phone. I gotta have this one. So I'm doing like a platter box. It's gonna be like an £8 box. Oh, so the food business is called Tasty Truth. And I bought the website as well. I've never bought a website before, but I bought the website for that one. So that was sick. I actually believe it. So it's called Tasty Truth. So we're doing like a platter box. So it's like £8. It's like a simple menu like that. It's like an £8. You can't see it that way. It's a platter box. So in this Saturday menu, it'll be what you'll get in the box is like barbecue wings. You get 3 barbecue wings, mac and cheese, banana fritters, 3 of them, 2 halloumi slices, spicy potatoes, coleslaw, and the gravy. These are all things that I'm making. So this one, unfortunately for now, it's only going to be to my friends. So they will text me or they'll phone me up on the day. Delivery will be open from 1 p.m. They'd phone me up and I either deliver to them. So most time everyone's in like Brook or Park or something. Go to the park, cycle. So I make the food and I deliver it as well. You gotta do it yourself and you don't pay no one just yet. But I deliver it and then I they'll text me or phone me, whatever. Before it was WhatsApps and like DMs and that. Yeah. Obviously I can't do that at the moment. So I'm just kind of stuck down to just phone calls. And plus I've lost a lot of contacts as well. So, it's kind of long. And I had to shut off my number as well.
How long have you been doing this for?
What's that, the food? So I've been doing the food since Corona. Since, I think I started in April. It was just after my birthday, actually. Yeah, April. I think the end of April.
Start a business.
Yeah, man. I just come out of a relationship and that. I'm done being broke, bro. Like, obviously, I can't do the comedy. All my shows have been cancelled. I love food. I love cooking for people. I don't mind doing it for free, but obviously the man them saw that I could make money from it. They're like, just do it, make money from it. Like, and since then, I've had like my friends, trying to inject more money into it, into my business, trying to push me just to do more. That's what they do. They push. They always push, man. Like, it's just a beautiful thing. But, yeah.
Do you feel you're writing when you're writing something down, like your comedy and stuff? Do you feel like you write it and then you feel like it's good in your head? You say it out.
Yeah.
And then when you actually perform it, it's a totally different.
So I don't actually write out jokes. I just write like a title. So let's say I might write something about, like I might have a joke about popcorn, about choking on popcorn or something, yeah? But I'll just write it as popcorn. So what that allows me to do is I can now break down that subject into so much different bits, rather than it just being scripted and then that's finished with the joke. It's like I can say the joke, the line that I'm usually saying. So let's say I say popcorn went to the shop or something. I'll be like, popcorn went to the shop. But on my paper, it's written as just popcorn. So then that allows me to now add extra bits to it. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm saying that on stage and people are warming to it, I'm able to open up and talk more about the popcorn and, do little bits where I never even knew I had. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll freestyle.
On stage? On stage,
yeah. I'll freestyle on stage because of their reaction. I went solely because of their reaction. I'll freestyle. And then I might write that. Actually, that's a lie. I won't even write it. I'll remember that because it went so well. I'll remember it and be like, yo, that's a sick part to this.
You never forget a line, a good hitting line.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't because it's stuck in my head. Okay. It sticks in the head, innit? But I say, like, if you ever come to, when I had my own places and that, I'd have jokes on the wall, right? They'd be like, they'll be up to about 86 jokes on the wall. And they're all with little placards or whatever. And they all run in a flow, perfect flow. And every time I wake up, it's the first thing I see. Get me, when I'm going to sleep, I look at it just before I go to bed. I try and memorize each one to a point where it's stuck in my head. Like, I don't even need no more. So all these, like, having joke books and that, I don't need them because now they're all stuck in my head. And then when I got another joke, if I say it enough times on stage, it will stick in my head. Do you know what I'm saying? If I say, one of my sick jokes is like chicken foot soup and that. I don't know if you've seen that one, but Caribbean people eat soup, right? But they eat chicken's foot, right? It's actual chicken's foot like that. Now I've gone into that. I've said that joke God knows how many times, but every time I say that joke, I say it differently from the last time I said it because I add something new to it. I find something random. I'll be like, oh, you know, Jamaicans, they love sucking toes or some shit like that. It would just be loads of different, and I could never write that joke down because it's got so many different angles to it. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's better that I just keep the title. So once I say chicken foot, oh, I know how that chicken foot joke goes, and I just, you know what I'm saying, popcorn, yeah, I know that joke goes. It's like that. Do you know what I'm saying? When it's the beginning, you say it. When it's the first time, I'll just write the title. I won't even write a scripture of it because that just makes me only say that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? But when I just write a title, I can say anything I want about popcorn.
How do you feel about people that steal jokes? Now,
I've had that, you know. I've had man steal my jokes, you know. Hey, that's a death sentence on the streets, bro. Hey, I've had that, you know. That is not good. I walked in on someone saying my joke. Literally said my joke. After I got racially profiled, 2015 thing. Next day and that came out. No, basically before that happened, I had the jokes on my wall, my sister's wall and that. And then this comedian's come through and he's looked and he's seen the joke. He goes, yo, how does that joke go? And I told him, it's a new joke. I said, yo, it's like this. And he goes, all right, cool. And then I got arrested and that. And obviously he didn't know where I was. So he's performed it at the comedy club. And then he's got a booking at a poetry night that I ended up coming to. And he said it again. And as he's saying it, I'm just walked in, I'm going, that's my joke. That's my joke. And then a woman next to me is like, oh, you said that yesterday at the comedy club. I'm like, what? So then I just we had like a back and forth for time. I've told like the whole Instagram, yo, this guy's a joke for you today. I don't think people respect it, you know. Like, they don't understand. Yeah. The people in the comedy club understood it because I ended up making them confess about it. I wrote this poem for poetry night, you know, for him. So I spent every day trying to get him to prove that this guy's a joke for you.
Do you remember it?
With the poem? Nah, I don't. But it's called Judas. I don't remember it. It was actually on YouTube as well. I forgot the YouTube account. But it was a good poem, but it was a deep poem. To a point that at the end of the poem, everyone's shouting, "Who's Judas? Who's Judas?" And he comes on stage and he's like, "I'm Judas. So I'm the one." I didn't know. Then everyone starts booing him, whatever. But when you go to another comedy night and he's using that same joke, they don't know me. If they don't know me, then they definitely, even if they did know me, they wouldn't know that's my joke because it's a new joke. So it's like we can't sue a man for stealing our jokes. We just gotta hope that whoever's watching our comedy ain't gonna now use it online. Like, I hate meme pages. Because one of them stole my joke once. A motherfucker started following me, came to a comedy night, I didn't even know he was there, said the joke, boom, next day it's a meme. I was like, oh my days. And he's getting credit for it. And he's just robbing me for my work. Nothing I can do about it.
You can't make money off memes though, can you?
Yeah, you can because you get ads. So if you've got a big following, you get ads, isn't it?
Right.
So it's like, wow, that joke's kind of funny. People can like it or whatever. Like, it's going to look like he made it. Yeah. And it's not, it's me. If I write under it, which I did, you get blocked, innit? So it's kind of mad. It's kind of mad.
Pride for it. There's no sense of pride.
Yeah, that's what it's like, bro, surely getting laughs, making someone laugh and knowing that you did that shit must be a great feeling. Making someone laugh and knowing that you use someone else's jokes, that's dead. Like, how does man even roll with that? Like, I didn't get it, and we fell out. Actually, we're friends now. I forgave him, but we fell out, and because I feel like it's a serious thing. You're ruining my hustle. Like, you're getting laughs off of my back. Like, that's my jokes. You're saying you're getting the money for it, and I'm not getting no money, and you're gonna come around me again and use more of my jokes, and so I'm proper against people that steal jokes. I just think that's some scumbag shit. Sure. It's that man stealing man's song and that. Me writing a song and then you come in and just...
It's easier though when it's a song.
Like, yeah, you can take the court in it. You can get into court for that one. Exactly. You can't do the joke sounds a lot harder, man. It's a lot more harder. Well, imagine that as a comedian, you'd have to copyright every joke, like trademark every joke. Yeah. It'd be a long time. As soon as you think of a new joke, you got to check it out and see if anyone's thought of that joke yet, and then you got to trademark it. That's long,
recording it down, can that be a form of...
I don't know, you know. That's a good point. I'm not sure. Like, you mean... It could just be a class as a... I don't know. Because it could be like a comedy album or something.
So yeah, so earlier you mentioned obviously your inspirations or like, and stand-up comedy is obviously your preferred like medium. If I was going to say to you, like people like Lenny Bruce, George Carlin, Dave Chappelle, if they were about counterculture, like freedom of speech, what would you say Abs the Truth is about?
It's just like, I'm all about the truth, innit? Like everything I speak of is my truth, and it's finding a funny side of my truth. You know what I'm saying? And letting people know I gotta keep saying my truth, because people will be like, that's not the truth. No, it's my truth. My experiences is what I'm showing you. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just if you kind of listen to it, it sounds like it's kind of a demonstration as well. This new style that I got, it definitely feels like it's a fight, but I'm all about exposing the truth and also putting humor on the truth as well, which is the same as freedom of speech, really. It's the same thing, isn't it, really? But it's just, if you see my tagline, I think my tagline, the truth is always the funniest. One day I'll be famous, isn't it? Yeah, that's me.
You can tell us like where we can reach you and where we can see you.
So if I am back on socials, for now it'll be Abs Truth, ABSTRUTH. That's on Instagram, and then you got me on YouTube, which I haven't deactivated, so there are still videos on YouTube. You gotta search Abs the Truth, ABSTHETRUTH as space, obviously. But yeah, that's my YouTube. You can find out little sketches and that I've been doing. But yeah, that's me, man. Nice one. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yo. I don't need a coach. I don't need advice.